Okay, hi everyone. Today we're going to do a video on how to make use of your old canisters like this.
And me.
And today I'm also being joined by my daughter. These are her little hands. And these are my hands. And they're going to show you today how to make beautiful canisters like these. We could do some really playful ones like this one. This is an LOL one, which my daughter really likes because it's got all her checklists on there. So she uses it to keep her LOL stuff in there. Okay, so first what we're going to do is once you've used up your canister and it's all empty, I'm going to move these little guys. My daughter loves these guys. We're going to just empty it out.
Cute.
And we're going to make sure that there's nothing left in there, no coffee grounds or anything. So we're just going to give it a good shake. Get the stuff out, grab a paper towel, wet it, and just clean the insides. As you can see, there's stuff in mine. And okay, so now that we've got our canisters that are all cleaned up on the inside, clean so that you can store stuff in it. Now what we need to do is grab some tapes that we got. These came from the dollar store. I like this one because it's really pretty and jewelry. Okay, and these are great finds because this was only like $2 at the dollar store. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab our scissors and we're just going to open it up. Okay, and we're going to this beautiful pattern. So it's nice and thick, so it's going to cover a lot really easily on the canister. And all you need to do is add some tape to the back. So we also have some double-sided tape. With a squishy. And we're just going to use this. And we're just going to add a few.
During this video.
No squishies were harmed. And we're going to just add some onto the top edge here. And just a few going down the canister so that way everything stays in place. So we're going to do that now. And we're just going to add it to the top. And you don't even have to take this canister, like, it's perfectly good to go right away. Because it's double-sided tape, it can get a little bit sticky to work with at times.
And it gets bumpy.
And bumpy. So if you want, you can actually make the strips smaller as you go along the canister, just to make it easier for yourself. So once you hit the starting point, just cut it. We're going to set that aside. And now all you have to do
is peel it off. Well, you have to wait.
And actually,
and if you're a kid, get help.
Get help from mom and dad if you need it. So what I'm going to do is this here. I'm just going to look to see where roughly it ends, and I'm going to add another strip of tape right there. It doesn't have to be perfect because no one's ever going to see it. So I'm going to start here. I'm going to do another one. Okay, how are you doing?
Not good.
Do you need some mom and dad hands?
I need scissors is what I need.
Okay, here's some scissors.
Hey.
There you go. And what I actually did with these over the holiday season is I used a few of these to actually wrap gifts. Oh, I need that one. Oh, I need that one.
Borrow it just to see.
Okay. Okay, so I am going to take the tape off now.
I need help from mom and dad.
Okay.
I really need help.
So the tape
Please
is there.
help me.
Okay.
Help me.
I'm going to help you in a second, okay?
One.
Okay, so once you take tape, the backing off the tape, we're just going to use this, and we are going to place it on. It doesn't really matter where you start or stop. I'm going to start right here, because you really won't see it. Okay, and all you're going to do is follow the edge that you started on. Oops, and it sticks to the tablecloth. So you can keep you can keep just going along the edge until you get to where you started again, just like the tape.
Start it again.
And you are just going to tap it down, and then you're going to cut it. Now, you're going to cut it nice so that it doesn't overlap, and hopefully you don't have any space. We'll see how this works. Voila! So as you can see, it's really simple, and we're going to do it again. We're going to add another strip of tape, another strip of tape here, until we finish. So here we go.
Maybe I could try with these.
Yeah, you can use the washi tape.
Okay.
And you can talk about that too. Why don't you talk about that, Nicole?
And you can use washi tape.
Now with this, I decided to use this sort of strip of beading. But you can also use just simple things like this is a duct tape that has cute little pattern on it of like girls
or dolls.
or dolls, which is also really cute, and we use that to make this one.
It's
and
for
now,
pencil crayons.
And now we just use it to hold pencil crayons in. So you can also use fancy tape. We've got different designs here, like this is gold, and these are all, I think these all came from the dollar store. So if you don't want to go so fancy, you can absolutely use simpler things, simpler patterns or tapes. But for Christmas, because I did decide to use these for gift wrapping, because I thought it's a great way to hide the shape of presents.
And also, if the tape isn't so sticky, you could use the double-sided tape.
That's right. Okay. Uh-oh. Sometimes the double-sided tape just does not want to peel off right.
And sticks to your tape.
And sticks to your tape.
And I play, I'm just like, you have to talk. You have to do something.
When you're adding your second row, if you like things to be very perfect, make sure that you
and also I have something else
are
to say.
in line.
I have something else to say.
With your previous pattern.
I have something else.
Okay, go ahead.
That there's some spots where you can kind of see the words McCafe, so you could also kind of peel the outside wrapping off. Like, we kind of did that with a few.
Yeah.
Like, on this one, I didn't really do anything. I just kind of drew on it.
So, it's true. Some of the things that you can see through, especially with this design, some of the writing. But if that bothers you, with this particular canister, you can't peel off the label. But what you can do, you can on some of them. What you can do if that bothers you is you can actually put a sheet of just plain white paper over top of it first, tape it down, and then you can put this on top. But for me, it doesn't really bother me. I don't really think it
bothers me.
Does anything, but that's a personal choice. It's up to you. So if it does bother you, you've got that option that you can do that. How is yours coming along?
See, like there's like this part and then there's not enough on this part.
That's okay. So again, we're just going to cut where it is.
It's so cool. I'm gonna do a pattern, like the cheetah print, and the lines, and the lines.
Alrighty. So again, there you are. There's your second row. And
It's not mine. Oh, well, I'm doing mine.
And when it's all done, it looks really great. And as I said, I did this for gift wrapping at Christmas time. And it just gives it a nice sort of...
And everybody loved it.
And everybody loved it. It just looks really
In fact, one of our...
glittery.
In fact, we actually had another party, and then I saw it on my pastor.
That's okay.
See, this is what happens when you make a mistake. Just so you know, do not make a mistake.
It's okay
my
if you
fault.
do.
It's all my fault. If you're doing the washi tape, is you could kind of like pull it and then do that.
Yeah, you can overlap a bit so that way your design, you can make sure that every part of your canister is covered up.
And then when you're waiting for the double-sided tape, a good way is to like kind of massage it so you're not bored.
Okay, so I'm almost...
Pause the video if you need help, or just keep moving down.
So I'm almost finished. I'm just adding on the last. Okay, so I'm going to peel these off. So as I said, one of the great things about...
I'm going to peel it.
Okay, got it. Now...
Oh, which one? That one's not ready.
Got it? Okay. All right, thank you. Okay.
What do I want to do?
Sometimes the fun is in peeling it off. Okay, did you want to do the last one?
Yes.
Okay.
It's sticky.
Yeah.
If you're wearing a long sleeve shirt, then just...
There you go.
And maybe you could even store these in your container.
Okay. So once we
have so many of these around our
tape,
house.
okay, we're gonna add. So it looks like with
Prettiness.
this particular pattern, it looks like we're gonna have a bit of extra space at the bottom.
And a little.
But that's okay.
And a little
I'll show you how to.
terribleness.
I'll show you how to deal with that in a second.
What are you dealing with?
So let me just put this in
Wait, what
place.
is this kind of problem?
Okay.
I'm just gonna wait for this. I'm just gonna put it.
We're just going to put this on. There we go around. Okay.
But there's not enough for that.
Yeah, so we're going to deal with that in just a second. So we're going to just cut this.
Sorry. I'm very sorry for sneezing. I'm very sorry.
So, as you can see with this particular canister, it doesn't quite... Uh-oh.
Oh no!
We've come to the last end of our roll. So this actually might be good.
Maybe we should
What
make
we're
a
gonna
craft
do-
next time for this.
Okay. What we're going to do is we're going to actually have to cut the last little bit so that it fits around canister. And in this particular case, it looks like we've got just about enough
And then
to do that.
Then after I could show a trick that you could use this also for.
So I'm going to cut it.
No one knows what I'm going to do with it.
So I'm going to cut this, just making sure that I don't...
It will be at the end of
into-
the video.
that I go in a straight line. And we'll see how far this gets us, and then we will
There's
add
like
as
a
we
lump
need to.
here, and I'm just not going.
Okay, so we're just going to cut off the remainder bit where the last piece meets.
And as you can see, it's very sticky. Oh, sorry.
And voila, you've got yourself a beautiful canister.
That you can also use as a hat.
So you got yourself a beautiful canister, and you
That
can
was
use
what I
it.
meant.
And you can use it for storing stuff like your pencil crayons and things like that, markers, if you want. Or as I said, what I did with it was I kept the lid, and I just used it. You can paint over the lid too if you want, but I didn't because it kind of goes well with.
I want to show something.
It kind of goes well with the color of the design of the canister, and then I just put a bow on top, and it was a great way to gift wrap Christmas presents.
And if you don't, and if you don't believe me that you can use it as a hat, you can just put it up here. Like that. No.
Alright, so that's it for today's video. So thank you very much
And
for
I
watching.
left
I
a
hope you guys-
completely not finished canister.
I hope you guys get some great inspiration from this, and hopefully you can come up with something great to cover your canisters with. And that's it from us. So, bye.
Bye.
And these are my daughter's little hands saying bye also.
And my little hands